Can you guess what two words strike fear and loathing in most salespeople I know? Cold calls. That's why I'd like to share with you why I believe cold calls are an important part of the sales mix, and two words you can even learn to love. Now let me back up to a key finding in a study titled Inside the Mind of the B2B Buyer. It reveals that buyers report that more than 80% of the purchases they make result from contacts with companies that they initiated themselves, which leaves only 20% of purchases to have originated from a cold call. I bet you're thinking, my point exactly. Well, personally, I'm not convinced that 80% is accurate, but that's besides the point. No matter how successful marketing is at your company, there will almost always be a gap between the number of qualified prospects in your pipeline generated from inbound leads and the number of prospects you need to meet your quota. This is your lead deficit. So even if you achieve 80% of your sales goal from qualified inbound sales leads, you still have a lead deficit of 20%, and you'll need to close this deficit from outbound prospecting, otherwise known as cold calling. Making your numbers means spending a portion of every day following a disciplined cold calling prospecting process, researching targets, making connections online, on the phone, at events, and in people's offices. Figure out what works best for you and go for it. Years ago, in the pre-internet dark ages, I sold big computers. And every day, my boss kicked me out of the office at 8 a.m. and I ventured out to make cold calls. Well, cold calling didn't come naturally to me, so I developed my own approach. I hosted a system demonstration in our local office every Wednesday at 4 p.m. I researched the names of potential prospects and mailed out 10 handwritten postcard invitations every Thursday. I'd follow up with everyone the following Monday morning and again on the morning of the seminar. Typically, I'd end up with 1 or 2 new potential prospects each week. And within months, I had a strong, constantly renewing pipeline and was crushing my numbers. After a couple of years, I was getting 2/3 of my business from existing accounts and referrals. But every Thursday, I still sent out 10 postcards, and every Wednesday, I hosted new prospects in the office. So stop thinking of cold calls as 2 little dirty words, but instead as the key to making, actually exceeding your numbers.